Lakeside Dental Clinic, Go Island, is brought to you by Lakeside Dental Clinic.
We've got lots of special little helpers today on Go Island. We're meeting parrots and their people today on Go Island. This is my people, and maybe I've got a parrot. Needing to get around in a wheelchair is not a barrier to fishing in Nanaimo. F.E.A.T.H.E.R.S College helping to keep seniors young in business on a bicycle. You're watching Go Island on Shaw TV Channel 4, and we are surrounded by parrots today. We're joining F.E.A.T.H.E.R.S for a meet and greet. People and their parrots. We're going to find out more about the organization and meet some birds as well. By the looks of things today on Go Island, lots of sharing going on, very interactive here in the next 30 minutes. Thank you very much. This time of year, people like to head out and go fishing. Maybe birds like to go fishing as well. But what if you're in a wheelchair? Does that mean that you just can't go? Well, I had the opportunity to meet up with a couple of guys who say, yes, you can. Isn't that right? It was a very inspiring day out on the lake with Joe, Riley, and John. You're watching Go Island on Shaw TV Channel 4. Lori Rex is the founder of F.E.A.T.H.E.R.S. Now, for people who've never heard of it, what is it?
F.E.A.T.H.E.R.S is an organization that supports parrots and their people. We provide education, resources, support, teach people how to enrich their parrots' lives, behavior issues, diet. We meet for camaraderie and fun with the members and their parrots, and we find homes for parrots that need homes.
Is that a high number? There's a lot of parrots out there that need homes?
It's very high, actually. One of the reasons is that parrots are very long-lived, and so that a lot of times they'll be in families for 20 or 30 or more years, and the people are getting older and want to retire and or move into seniors complexes where they can't have them or that sort of thing. So a lot of times that's what causes it, or changes in people's, divorces, people having children. There's lots of reasons why parrots need to find new homes. So that's not the primary focus of our group, but that's part of what we do.
Okay, now it's a very personal story as to how this group got started. It was formed in 2004.
Right.
How did it come to be?
Well, I got my first cockatoo, and my husband and I were very good with cockatoos, and then there were a lot of cockatoos looking for homes, and it became apparent to me fairly quickly that I wasn't going to be able to give homes to all the birds that needed them. So I started working with my friends and getting other people involved, and then we started F.E.A.T.H.E.R.S with the idea that we would try and build the group and get lots of people involved. They have lots of homes available for cockatoos and other species of parrots that needed homes.
And everybody here is so friendly. I'm actually here with my daughter today. You saw her earlier on in the show. And people just want to share. Here, hold the bird. Here, meet so-and-so. And that really speaks to the friendliness and the energy in the group.
We're a very all-inclusive group. We, young, old, and everything in between. Come on out. It's fun, it's friendly, it's warm, and we do lots of fun activities in the work that we do, the fundraising and things that we do for the parrots. Then we do lots of fun stuff too.
Excellent. Okay. We'll tell you later on this edition of Go Island how you can get involved if you'd like to get interactive with this group. We're also going to meet some parrots and their people. It's time now for a short break. Still to come today, the importance of staying active with F.E.A.T.H.E.R.S College. Are you on Instagram? And a gardening company that uses a bicycle to get around.
Hi, I'm Bruce Hunter, Vice President of the 2014 BC Summer Games. Did you know that there will be 2,100 medals awarded at 290 different medal presentations during the Games?
You're watching Go Island on Shaw TV Channel 4. All kinds of interesting birds and people here at the F.E.A.T.H.E.R.S meet and greet in Parksville. This is Amber, and who's the bird on your shoulder?
This is Toby.
And how long have you had Toby, and what's his personality like, and what kind of bird is he?
Well, he's not my own bird, but he's a very quiet bird, but he loves to be petted.
And what is he?
He's a cockatiel.
Okay, and do you have any birds of your own?
We have 2 cockatiels ourselves.
Okay, and you're a bit of an artist. Show us what you painted.
I painted this for F.E.A.T.H.E.R.S.
And are you using it as a fundraiser for a 50/50 or silent auction?
Yes, a silent auction.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Beautiful work. Now, this is Adam, and he's being groomed by Bill. What's Bill like?
He's a very sweet little bird. I'm not really exactly sure of his backstory, but what I do know is he belongs to Diana. And when he first came to her, then from right here down, he was completely bald. And so he's been doing some growing. He's been with her for, I think, 3 or 6 years, one of those two. And he's just a very sweet little bird.
Do you know why they lose their feathers? Are they stressed out?
Well, what they do is they pluck their feathers if they're like abused or if they have nothing to do.
Okay. Right. So he's sort of abusing you now, or he's plucking you instead of himself.
Yeah.
I think Bill is treating Adam very, very well, actually. So much fun interaction here at the F.E.A.T.H.E.R.S meet and greet. We're going to throw things over now to Rayanne LaPlante for some insight into the Elder College at Vancouver Island University. It's all about meeting and greeting today at the F.E.A.T.H.E.R.S sort of open house here in Parksville. This is Brad with Socrates. What kind of bird is Socrates?
Socrates is an eclectus bird.
Is it what, sorry?
Eclectus.
Okay.
He's from northern Australia area and as well as Indonesia.
Okay. And how did he end up to be yours?
Well, we rescued him from another home. He wasn't getting well taken care of, and so we said we'll take him.
It looks like he's really listening to you, and now he has something to say almost.
It almost does. He listens to every word we have to say. He's a wonderful bird.
Okay, now we've got two birds over here. Now, who's this interesting character who is acting a little bit like a child right now and not going where he's supposed to go when he's told? Who is that?
This is Rio. She's a blue and gold macaw. She's about 11 or 12 years old. And she's pulled out all her feathers because she's had a little bit of a rough life. So
now, what is a rough life for a parrot?
her original person who purchased her as a baby passed away unexpectedly, and she was put with another bird who kind of bullied her. And she's kind of getting over the stress of that now, and she's letting a few of her feathers grow, but she's had not much time to relax in her life.
How long does it take to lose the feathers and then grow them back again?
Well, she's pulled them all out, and some parrots do that once and then get over it, and others will pluck for the rest of their lives. So it really does depend on the bird. They're emotional like toddlers, or like little kids. So.
We were making an analogy earlier about children because she wasn't sitting on the shoulder that you wanted to, and then I asked you if they speak, and you said not on command and not when you want them to.
That's right. They kind of do their own thing. It's true.
What kind of things do they say?
She doesn't talk a lot. She speaks some French, but we haven't heard much of it. We don't know people who speak French, so we haven't been able to encourage her with that. But she says hello, and she calls our names sometimes, and she... when she's not impressed about something, she'll let us know. Yeah.
Okay. We mentioned we were going to speak with Tim earlier, and he had to take his two birds home because they were fighting too much. Again, I'm drawing lots of analogies between birds and children. They've been removed from the premises. Now, we can't forget this little guy here. Who's this?
Nike was our first bird, and we met him through a Craigslist ad. The couple who had him had purchased him as a baby, and their life had changed. Their kids had grown up, and their other pets had passed away, and they decided it was time to find a new home for Nike. And he's a really well-behaved, really steady bird, and I think if he hadn't been, we wouldn't have ended up with as many as we have now. But he was a really good ambassador. So.
And how many do you have?
We have 8 right now.
Are there plans for expansion in the family?
Yeah, she was talking about another one today, so we'll see, right? I mean, they need homes, so...
That's right. Thank you. Lots of fun here today. We're going to switch gears entirely, unless maybe you're looking for a parrot. Instagram is the hottest thing in social media since it started in 2010. It now has over 130 million users worldwide. Some of those, I'm sure, are into parrots. Here's Karen Elgersma with more. I admit I don't yet have an Instagram account, but I think my days are numbered and I will soon be assimilating into the Instagram world, as if Facebook and Twitter aren't enough time suckers already. You're watching Go Island on Shaw TV Channel 4. We're here at a F.E.A.T.H.E.R.S meet and greet. I've been avoiding telling you what F.E.A.T.H.E.R.S stands for because it's a pretty long title. I'm going to read from a business card. Are you ready? Friends for Ethical Avian Treatment, Finding Homes, Sharing Education, Resources, and Support. That's what F.E.A.T.H.E.R.S is. They have a website, feathers.bc.com. We'll be back with more parrots and their people after a short break. You're watching Go Island on Shaw TV Channel 4. This is my daughter Emily, and this is Sarah Bird. We just met Sarah, and Bird is her real last name. How many birds do you have, Sarah?
7.
7. Will you introduce us to the ones that you have here now?
Yes. So this is Ollie. She's a peach-faced lovebird. She's about 15 years old now.
Wow.
And I've had her since she was a baby. The yellow-headed one is Dermot. He's about 5. And then Delilah is the spotted one, and she's also about 5. I got them both through Feathers. And this is Pippin, and she's a white-capped Pioneus, and she's about 12, and I've had her since she was a baby.
What is it that you like about having these types of birds so much?
They're really smart. It's basically like having toddlers. And
that analogy to birds and children yet again. We'll let you go get, Emmy, you wait here. We'll let Sarah go collect, what was that one's name again? I can't keep them all straight. We'll get all our birds back in a row here, and we're going to throw things down to Victoria. Can you imagine doing business every day in your own neighborhood by bicycle? Well, that's exactly what some folks in Victoria are doing. Is everybody all right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's not a scary thing when that happens?
Ollie jumps, but all of the birds are clipped, so they're not going to get very far, and they won't generally trigger anyone to chase after them.
That brings us to the end of this edition of Go Island. What a great group of people and parrots here at F.E.A.T.H.E.R.S. If you'd like more information on the organization, you can go online, feathers.bc.com. That does bring us to the end of this edition of Go Island. Before we go, everyone is starting to talk about what they're doing on Canada Day. And on Vancouver Island, Parksville is one of the best places to celebrate with your family. They have a headliner on Canada Day. It's Bend Sinister, and we're going to leave you now with a little bit from that band playing Parksville on Canada Day.
Can you see what you do to me? What can't you tell? I bet you got me under your spell. Or maybe I could fly, 'cause I just can't hide. Oh, I wanna stop pretending that I ain't in love with you.
Lakeside Dental Clinic Go Island is brought to you by Lakeside Dental Clinic, a division of the Vancouver Island Implant Center, delivering dental services, including dental implants and sedation dentistry, all under one roof. Clothing supplied by Catwalk Fashions. Kate's Hair and Aesthetics provided by Maffeo Salon.